Klopp has promised a massive party with the fans when the time is right. Well, you have to put this into some context. Between 1973 and 1990, Liverpool were champions 11 times, including a spell of 5 titles in 6 seasons. So often the standards were set here. When they won it in 1990, it was their 18th championship. At that time, Manchester United had just 7 to their name. So they've been overtaken, but now the road to catching up has been put in place by Jurgen Klopp. And how appropriate that Kenny Dalglish, King Kenny, is part of the presentation party, along with Richard Masters, who has steered the Premier League expertly through this crisis. A real baptism of fire in his first year as the permanent chief executive. That's what it's all about. And that's the trophy that now has the name of Liverpool finally on it. And remember, this is the 28th Premier League season, and it's Klopp on the cop, Jurgen out on top. The 11th different manager to win the Premier League, the first from Germany, Jamie Carragher.
Well, this man is a legendary figure at this club. There's some legends been at this club in the past, to be more in the future. Well, that man and this team will be remembered for a very, very long time. I said before the game, he's done a monumental job at this club.
And
it's whether he can keep it going now. He's mentioned his backroom staff coming on, they're a big help to him, there's no doubt about that, man.
Yes, Peter Kravitz, Pep Belindez, the long-serving goalkeeping coach, John Achterberg. Almost 10 years service now at Liverpool Football Club. Robinson, the assistant goalkeeping coach. Vitor Matos, the elite development coach, one of the newcomers. And the non-medal qualifying players. Goalkeepers 3 and 4, Quivin Kelleher, Andy Lonergan. And 17-year-old Harvey Elliott. He's one for the future, that's for sure. Now, the men that have made it happen. Alisson, the goalkeeper. Won't be happy at conceding 3 tonight, but the medal will be more than compensation. And Adrian, who lives in Jamie Carragher's house.
He can stay there rent-free for as long as he wants.
Virgil van Dijk, last 2 seasons, and we shouldn't forget what a wonderful season Liverpool had a year ago and ended up a point short of having a night like this.
He's got the Bobby Dazzler glasses on, Martin.
He has. I think he couldn't quite see the way up to the top with the glasses on. He certainly saw where to put the ball with that header to finally get that home goal. That famous smile will be as wide as it's ever been. Fellow Brazilian Fabinho won Liga with Monaco for that great goal he scored against Manchester City in one of the pivotal games. obstacles for Gini Wijnaldum.
The future's looking that bright, they've all got to wear shades.
It's more like a nightclub than a football club at the moment. And they know how to dance, they know how to party, they know how to selfie. And your player of the season, Jamie.
Yes, I love that man. He was one of the architects in Jurgen Klopp's first season that really got this club and Jurgen Klopp's tenure really rolling. Another great season.
17 goals for Mane, worth 18 Premier League points. And Naby Keita, who opened the scoring here tonight with a spectacular strike. And some spectacular moves from him as well. Joe Gomez, who won't be happy that 3 were conceded. They've been very, very difficult to break down when he's been in the team. They're all forgotten now. Unmistakable Divock Origi. The regular sub, I think 21 sub appearances in the Premier League this season. 2 goals in the Merseyside derby here against Everton.
Cult hero.
Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, his 3rd season from Arsenal. He took the plunge, really. He certainly took his chance tonight to make sure that Liverpool won the game. Finished with a win. Here's one that you helped develop.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. The man with a wand of a right foot.
And a rare Scouser to have a Premier League medal. 13 assists. And 4 goals, another famous one tonight. And it's on the other side. Andy Robertson, 5th Scot to win the Premier League. The man who's done it before, a rarity in this squad, twice with Manchester City. The league player, still going strong at 34. Played for Leeds at 16. He'll be pleased Leeds are back in the Premier League too. Well, Adam Lallana's smiling now. He didn't closer for the moment when they get their hands on the trophy. Joel Matip, who was the PFA player of September. He started the season very well, then got injured, I think, at Old Trafford in that game when Lallana came up with the equaliser. Here's an interesting story. Takumi Minamino wins the Premier League. He's also won the Austrian League this season with Salzburg, the 6th Austrian League title for the Japan International. So he's a double league champion in the same season. Well, we haven't seen much of him because of injury, but he knows what it's like to lift a trophy. 3 with Basel in Switzerland, 2 with Bayern Munich, and now 1 with Liverpool Football Club. Nico Williams came in for the 5 previous games. Bad for the local lad. Well, there's 1 more to come, and it's a climb for Jordan Henderson, a wounded hero. Signed by Kenny Dalglish. Frustrated at coming second in 2014 and last season. Captain sensible. A captain of industry on the football field. Well, European champions, world club champions in very recent memory. But after 30 years, this might just be the biggest lift for Liverpool. Back on top in England. And for the very first time, a spectacular season deserves this spectacular climax at Anfield.
Well, Jurgen Klopp said he would turn doubters into believers. Well, we believe you now, Jurgen. We believe you now. Bobby Wilcox, Paul Buckley, Jerry Blaney, all the lads up there. This one's for you, boys.
Titles now, and right behind the 20 of Manchester United. Klopp's football is up and at 'em, and it's taken Liverpool way up and beyond them, all their rivals this season. A wonderful achievement, particularly after the frustration of coming so close a year and a bit ago. Together from day one right to this special day. They train with the tempo they play with. They're aggressive in action and attitude, but within the laws of the game, they probably clinched the fair play trophy as well. So dominant in the league in the 70s and the 80s and the afternoon. But this is Liverpool's night. This is the night of the champions.
Graham, if you're going to do it and you're going to do it without fans, is that the way to celebrate?
Yeah, I think they've done very well. You know, it was always going to be very difficult, but I think that's as good as you can hope for. They've missed out. I feel disappointed for the players. You know, as part of the deal, you get the trophy, you go to the supporters, you see the love and the affection and the passion in the supporters. So I feel for them. They're still having a great night. How can you not have a great night? But they've missed out. I really feel they've missed out.
But John, for the players, they won it long ago, longer than anyone else has had to wait to lift the Premier League trophy, because they won it with 7 matches still to play. They've still got 1 more to go. But how big will that moment feel when?
As I said, it's unusual times, but they have to go through the feeling of having won, lifting the trophy, celebrating, and the whole euphoria around it.
Graham, we've spoken many times how the way that Liverpool used to be run was that it was driven through fear, through the players feeling that maybe they weren't quite good enough and wanted to push themselves even further. Is this a new way of doing it under Jurgen Klopp, where he makes these players feel like kings?
I'm second guessing, Kelly. I'm not in the dressing room. I don't know what relationship he has with them. But if you're a player, you want to be playing every week. And if you look around the dressing room, there's 23, 24 top players. That should motivate you. And I think that's certainly what motivated me. I don't know about John, I'm sure it was the exact same. But this is a very healthy squad. They've got a nice mix, youth and experience. And I think there's plenty of life left. And going forward from this moment, they're going to be the team to beat if you want to win this. Maybe this is all Liverpool away coming out on us tonight. We're always thinking ahead.
But I know you used to celebrate, so you can't deny these players.
No,
And they did it, and it will be the same next year. That they have to show now is about what they can do. They're for them this year.